Coming up in this episode, French Rugby League boss quits, Broncos Walsh gets a big ban, and a club calls in the mentors, plus opponent backing for entrenched Super League coach. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel Held Dominance. Anthony here. Please remember to like and subscribe, and also click that notification bell if you're enjoying what you're seeing and if you want to continue seeing more. Well, we have got a new episode of Held Dominance for you with 3 rugby league stories. This on the day that South Korea have announced that their population has got up to 2 years younger. Have a quick look on that. Anyway, we start in France, as after a new health scare, which should require a long period of recovery, the president of the French Federation of Rugby XIII, LaCoste, has resigned from his duties. In a statement that I have used Google Translate to complete, the outgoing French Rugby League head and the committee head for the now stopped French Rugby League 2025 has commented about resigning from the position. He went on to say, "Being the president of a federation requires all your energy and a lot of time devoted to your sport. No longer being able to fully fulfill this role, at least as I see it, and in the view of my health having become very fragile, after having ensured that the current Secretary General of the Federation was be able to take up the helm of the boat and manage the situation, I have finally listened to my body and the medicine and made the choice to preserve the essential health. I will have spent 2.5 intense and exciting years within the Federation. I thank for their trust the entire steering committee, as well as the clubs, leagues and committees that have always supported me. I would also like to thank all the collaborators and the partners of the Federation for the work undertaken. I now leave the Secretary General, Dominique Baloup, a man with a great capacity for work, a lifelong treasist and a man of convictions, to carry out the necessary consultations. As provided in the statutes, he has 3 months to organise things, then continue and strengthen the reforms undertaken. I will never forget the wonderful moments that punctuated these 2.5 years. I'm deeply sorry for this difficult moment on a personal level, which imposes itself and obliges me. This is a little bit of a surprise, despite a man like Mr. LaCoste, who has had a history of heart issues, as we have covered in a previous episode, and had a heart attack in April 2020. But this is yet to be the reason for the French Rugby League chief to step down. Hands over to the job to a man he has worked with in the French Rugby League for some time. Monsieur Baloup is set to become the head of the French Rugby League Association and has been joint in charge of the French Elite 1 and 2s over the past few seasons, so is well known to the clubs and partners already. There is yet to be a statement from the new head for his ascension, but for now, let's just wish Mr. LaCoste a full and speedy recovery. The next country that we fly to now is Australia, as the Brisbane Broncos are considering employing mentors to ensure Reece Walsh can cope with the pressure of being one of the NRL's rising stars, after his unacceptable behaviour led to a 3-match ban. The Queensland young gun will miss Origin 3 next month after being hit with that 3-game ban suspension from the NRL Judisary for his foul-mouthed spray at referee Chris Butler on Sunday. And according to the Courier Mail, the Broncos are looking to enlist life and football mentors to ensure that the 20-year-old doesn't go off the rails. Broncos boss Dave Donaghy said to the Courier Mail, what he did, it was unacceptable, but it's also how we get him to the point where Reece can have a long and successful career and thrive in a high-profile industry as a high-profile club. There is no hiding his talent, but Reece is also young. He's a work in progress. During a marathon hearing on Tuesday night, Walsh maintained his expletive-laden rant during the Broncos' 18-12 loss to the Titans was aimed at teammate Pat Carrigan and not Butler. While Carrigan and Titans star David Fafita corroborated his version of the events, the judiciary found Walsh guilty. The ruling came less than a week after Walsh and Jerome Luai were sent off for headbutting each other as tempers flared at the end of Origin 2. Broncos skipper Adam Reynolds echoed Donaghy's comments, but insisted he believes his teammates' remarks were aimed at Carrigan. Reynolds said in the interview, "The feedback was for Patty. We spoke about whether it was to the ref, Patty, or anyone in the team. The language was unacceptable. They have got a good relationship, him and Patty. It does sound bad when it comes across the microphone, but he is young and still learning the game and picking his moments when to speak and when not to speak. As a club, we need to support him and get round him and tell him it's not right. It is a lesson." That aforementioned State of Origin game saw 2 instances for Walsh to go into hot water, but he did not receive any match ban, though he did receive a 7% reduction of his State of Origin match fee payment, but not for the headbutt exchange. It was for a Grade 1 dangerous contact charge on Jerome Luai in the 54th minute. Now, the Broncos want Walsh to focus on his role in the team and leave speaking to the ref, to Reynolds, who said he has had a lengthy conversation with the fullback on Sunday night about his conduct. Reynolds continued, "He was trying to better the team, but it came across the wrong way. He's a young fella who makes mistakes. It is about us making sure we teach him how to be better so it doesn't happen again. He cares and he's very passionate. He wants to win at whatever cost he is willing to go to. I love seeing that in players and his competitive nature. He just needs to be a bit better." On the outcome of the judiciary meeting, Reynolds went as far as to dispute that Walsh lied to the judiciary about the target of his outburst. Again, speaking about this, Reynolds said, "If they say he's lying, they are all lying. They told their version of events, what happened on the field." I think their points are all valid, and mentoring it could possibly be the one thing that they need, as then he would have to report to someone and point out this, that and the other he needs to work on. That might help him in the skills front, even though he's a fantastically skilled player as it is. Just needs to calm down a little bit and become, if he is to become that leader on the field, as he does have a voice to communicate. I just think at this moment in time it's youthful exuberance. I do know what he said. I don't know who he's aimed at, but the judiciary have to set a mark. You have to be careful with them. Simple as. Tell me what your thoughts are in the comment section below. And finally we come to Matty Peet, as the Wigan boss wants better coaching welfare in Super League and blasted those sticking a knife in on Huddersfield counterpart Ian Watson. The two sides face each other on Friday night, with Watson under immense pressure after a 54-0 walloping at Leeds. On the eve of the game, Sky Sports reported Warrington, Huddersfield and the Rhinos were all being linked recently with the sacked Gold Coast boss Justin Holbrook. Huddersfield labelled it incorrect and malicious in their statement, but it obviously led to more questions about Watson's future after they copped so much of a mauling at Headingley. To his credit, the under-fire coach answered everything that came his way about his position, but the battered former Salford boss clearly looked shell-shocked after suffering a 7th loss in 8 games. Asking how it made him feel, Peet answered, "I don't like it at all. I understand why the game or sometimes the media goes down that route, looking for sensationalism. But I sometimes feel there's a lack of empathy in rugby league media. We're not football. But some blokes, you see, including myself, can't shy away from the fact we chose the jobs and our job is constantly on the line. The fact is, we've all got mortgages to pay. I'm not crying about it. It's more when I see it happen to other people." Peet, who won the Challenge Cup in his debut season as head coach last year, added, "We're very good in rugby league about getting around people when they need support, which has been highlighted in recent weeks, months and years better than ever. But sometimes we also enjoy sticking the knife in. I feel you can't have it both ways. Don't be pleasant to one person and then enjoy reveling in someone else's misfortune. I just wish we could all just show a bit more empathy for another. I find some of it a bit unsavoury." Peet continued in his statement saying that he has empathy for Watson. He explained, "That's because I know at some point that's probably going to be me suffering. You watch it with your wife and kids and you know sometimes they are going to have to watch. When it's good, but when it's bad, it can be pretty brutal. Coaching welfare is something that should be considered a little more closely. As a game, we could look after each other a bit better. And we know Huddersfield will click. Everyone in the game is confident that they'll find a run at some point, as they have too much class." Saying that though, when the games have all planned out and Wigan's next opponents are going to be Huddersfield, I think that Peet is saying that it will be at some point, but hopefully not on Friday. It's just the business that they're in. I don't revel in play and coaches being sacked. I may comment on reports that are out there about it, but it's not a good thing. Yes, rugby league changes all the time, as does all sport. But they're a part of the sport now, part of the rugby league family. I agree with Pete. Let's keep it all at a level where we can see positivity from the game. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the end of today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe and share this video worldwide, as well as clicking on that notification bell for any updates on new videos that may be coming your way in the near future. Tell me what your thoughts are on all these stories in the comment section below. Is it a big blow for France with LaCoste resigning from the position? Matt Peet, is he right to back in Watson? And also, Reece Walsh, is the ban enough fair? 3 instances, all should have been in front of the judiciary, and in my opinion, and then they can decide it that way. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please remember to share this video worldwide, and I'll end the episode as you always do by wishing you all the very best. So please stay safe, and I'll see you in the next episode.